So, hey guys, Chauzu here. I thought I'd join into the choir and talk about the current issues with Pirate King Adventures, which is actually my favorite mode in the game right now. So, I do want to talk about that as well, but right now I'm kind of pissed off, so let's start with that. But yeah, I played a lot PKA, which is usually fun for me, but it hasn't this time. Usually PKA, I make a lot of teams. But the thing with PKA is that we do have the limited amount of tries, which I'm okay with, usually. But like when you make a new team in PKA, you can't be certain it works right away. So for the first time ever, I barely made any teams, which has been boring, won't happen again. I just did it this time because I wanted to try this change for myself. And the change we're talking about are the added Shopperman missions. So yeah, let's just see how I did. And this is basically optimal. I wasted a few attempts making teams at lower levels for you guys. But yeah. So yeah, no attempts left for me. I was able to do 9 out of 10. I'm almost infuriated right now because I'm lacking 1. And in my last over 10 runs, not a single Heme drop. I just needed 1 effing drop and it refused. And now I'm 1 Super Cola short. And I was like, okay, I accepted pretty early. I'm not getting the 31. I accepted that. I didn't even get the 10 one. Like, that's so annoying. But yeah, one thing noteworthy here is that the Super Cola drops from this Shopperman are not taken away from other missions. These are bonus Super Cola. So from that case, it's not acceptable, I'd say, because in the end, these are the first ever Shopperman missions I failed to complete in OPTC. Shopperman are supposed to be achievable for the majority of the player base, just some encouragement to play a bit more. But I've literally played as much as you can expect. I played more than the top 1% of players in PKA at level 150, I think is safe to say. But it's still not been enough. So like, as said, I can see not getting 30. I don't think it's okay, but I could see it, but not doing 10 is insane. But yeah, what pisses most people off is this 125 drops. And these 20 games are taken from the normal PKA missions, which you see I completed, and most people can complete them. They don't do it because they think it's too much effort, but it's not that bad really. And yeah, there's a lot to be upset here. First, the fact that they end in an hour. Like, PKA, the mode itself, is continuing for a long time. 18 days left. And this is a criticism I have from the start. They launched PKA saying it will be a bit more chill mode. You can take your time. And you can take your time with the defeat level usually. You just need to rush the Shopperman. And a lot of people had a strat that until they got the Shopperman done, they didn't go for level 150, they did it after that. So that's one issue with this change. They made it less chill because now people are forced to go for level 150 earlier if they want a chance of getting all rewards. And in terms of games, getting the games they usually got from normal effort. Now they can't keep the defeat level low. And then after that, get it up gradually to level 150. That's one issue. And like, another one, of course, is like the absurdity of it. Like, as said, I played as much as I could, got level 150 early, did 5 runs a day, and those runs cost gems indirectly because in the end, 1 stamina meat is worth the same as 1 gem. Not many people use them like that, but I think it's fair to be aware of that. And like, this could have also been easily preventable because in the news, they added a tidbit in the PKA, which said that the drop rate at level 150 is going to be higher. It says so here. But I have to say, like, I haven't really farmed level 150 before I get there. I maybe make a few more teams, but I don't grind. But, so I can't really compare. What can I say is that the drop rate is way, way, way too low. Like, if Bunny tells me the drop rate is 20%, for example, I'd say, get GTFO, like, no shot it's 20%. Like, I can believe 10%, and maybe I've been lucky with 10%. I don't know how many runs I've had, but in total I've had 4 drops, all at level 150. And of those drops, like a few I got lucky with dupes. But the fact is, which is insane in my book, if I was full batch, because that's a lot, like I haven't really complained until now. I've just said what my progress is in community posts and such. Common reply I've got is that, yeah, that's just how it is if you don't have full batch, and that's total BS. I've been non-full batch a lot of time. There are people who basically never have batch. They never, if they are good enough at the game, they have a good enough box, they know how the game works, they never fail the shopman. And even if I pooled, I will have failed. Like, I will probably have got the extra Super Cola at 10. There's no shot with 4 drops I'll be able to get 30 Hemes. So there are a lot of players who pooled and couldn't finish despite trying their best. And that's just insane. Like, as I said, this shopman should be that if you put in a like pretty decent effort, you should be able to complete them. But this was one where if you literally did everything you had and you wail out of pocket, like, there's a probably unlikely chance, but still realistic that you don't complete it. And of course, if I pooled to increase my chances and still failed, I'd be even more pissed off than I already am, probably. But yeah, this makes me even angrier because PKA, as said, is my favorite mode, and this has not really changed. Like, if they don't change the way the shopman works, I'm just going to ignore it, like, whatever. Like, it sucks getting 2 less Super Cola than I could get. It sucks that they removed the games that was basically free before. But in the end, it's about team building. It's about having fun playing the mode. And PKA is very fun. And it's just heartbreaking that they take this mode that I think is pretty popular to play. Maybe people are upset about, like, the amount of grind, the rewards you get. But it's fun. And it's one of the few modes where you can actually, like, in terms of, like, gimmicks and how hard it is to kill, like level 150 PKA, building for that, it scratches an itch nothing else does. Like, we have Super Balls, we want to do a lot of damage, but okay, it's pretty bad with gimmicks nowadays, but PKA is a lot more about the gimmicks, but you also have to do the damage. That's pretty unique in the game right now, I'd say. And you also have the dynamics with the mini bosses, and the normal shopman has been fine, like how do you optimize them. So what I personally want with PKA is the same I've said since the first month. It hasn't changed. The shopman we get, like, I don't care, like I think the Hime one sucks. But, like, make everything last as long as the PKA does. And it's cool, even these new ones. I think they should make Hime drop guaranteed at level 150 at least. That will solve basically everything. But even then, just make all of these last the entire PKA. Why make people rush? This was supposed to be a pretty chill mode that was always around. And I appreciate it still. But there's no reason to add time pressure to this mode. And another thing I'd also like is just improve the drops. Like, one of the best parts of Trash Map is every battle, every run, you get a lot of valuable resources, which makes Trash Map worth playing. PKA is not quite there. You can get some good stuff, you can even drop Super Cola, which to me is the most precious resource. I know that's said from a position of privilege, not the same for everybody, but yeah. But yeah, every round you don't usually get all that valuable stuff, so post-battle drop should be better, the chest should have better stuff, guaranteed, so the mode can be improved. So it's just sad that there's so much potential, this mode is well liked, and instead of improving it, they're doing the opposite. And a lot of this stuff, like guaranteed HEMA drop, there will be an incentive to pull now. The way it feels like in this game is that the incentive is to make it less painful, when the incentive should be that everybody gets good stuff, but you want really good stuff. Well, look, if you pull, you can dupe that guaranteed HEMA and get like 10 HEMA every run. How does that sound? Level 150 doesn't sound that bad now, right? Like, they are just so backwards in all of their decision making, and it's just sad. And I know a lot of people who have quit recently because changes like this are just brainless, to say it nicely. And I'm not close to quitting myself, but it does make me sad that they keep missing open goals. Like, it shouldn't be hard. And I can only hope that at some point they actually listen. And I always try and keep up with how the JP community reacts. So I look at Twitter and YouTube, and I can say that the YouTuber Snowman, probably the biggest JP YouTuber for this game, he recently made a video about this issue, and I've never seen so much community engagement from JP players. They also think it's total BS, even if JP players will never put it in those words. So that's at least pretty good. Like, usually in this game, if something is to be changed, you need a push from the JP player base as well, and they rarely care enough to give that push. But this time, they will probably give it. Sadly, there's no feedback to give right now. It ended like right before this change, which is also a bit questionable. But yeah, we'll see if it changes for next month. But if it doesn't, I'm just going to say F that. I'm going to play PK like normal. And lastly, what also makes me more upset personally is the fact that I lack exactly 2 Super Cola to make one more ship, and that's the Super Cola I can't get now. As said, they were a bonus, we usually don't get them, but like, I don't think the Shopperman are too nice because they give extra Super Cola. We already only got like 10, now we get 12, and it takes 20 to upgrade a ship, so we are still at like 2 ships, 1 ship in 2 months, so that's not that big deal for me personally. But yeah, I'm sure I know what you guys think, but a lot of people have asked me to post my opinion, and I am legit upset myself, especially since PKA at its foundation is such an awesome mode. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.